This is Robin, and I just wanted to share a couple things with you today. I'm going to start to do these Google Hangout on air things. It's like some recording that you can do of yourself and share it with your friends on who have Google accounts, which I think all of you guys do. And I just wanted to share with you guys something that I read last night. I'm still in the process of reading Beach Money. I've read lots of other books, but this one I just haven't finished yet. And it's not because it's not a great read. It's just I've been doing a lot of income producing activities since I've been wanting to win my iPad this month. So I haven't been doing a lot of this downtime with reading. I've been watching other videos and stuff, but not reading my book. So, but I said, let me read this chapter and see what it's talking about because it's called Bedwetting and What It Means. And these are very short chapters. I really highly recommend that you order this book. It's called Beach Money by Jordan Adler. And this is the guy that I talk about pretty often at a lot of my team trainings and talk about individually with a lot of my level ones. But he essentially is the guy who was in at least 11 different multi-level marketing companies, and he never signed up one person, one distributor, one ambassador out of all 11. And then it wasn't until his 12th company that he started signing up people because he really realized at that point, okay, the common denominator is me. It's not all these companies, it's me. And there are going to be times that, you might have had an experience with another MLM and it wasn't the right MLM or multi-level marketing company because they probably didn't have as great a compensation plan. They didn't have as great a compensation plan as Plexus. So it took you a long time to start earning any income. And by the time you earned anything, $20, you probably just gave up by then. But this guy really is just an example and the epitome of perseverance and sticking with his goal and never giving up. And it obviously paid off for him because he's now a millionaire, and he has now created the book called Beach Money, and he did that with the intention of trying to help other people attain the same level of success. So what I'm going to do now is just talk a little bit about this short chapter 11. It's called Bedwetting. And I'm going to read a couple of excerpts from it, but then I'm going to start just ad-libbing some of the things that he says. I'm not going to read the whole chapter to you. But he says, your mind is a powerful computer. It controls how you feel, and how you feel determines what you attract. So true. Your mind does not know the difference between what is real and what is not. Your imagination can create, and your imagination can also destroy. Usually when something is not going exactly the way you want it to, you have created a scenario in your mind that is taking power away from what you say you want. That power is taken away through the bad feelings created by your thoughts. Regardless of whether your thoughts are based on reality or not, your feelings are real, and your feelings determine what you attract. This is so true in so many different areas of your life, of all of our lives. So he then goes into the story about how several nights in a row, he would wake up in the middle of the night and he saw a wet spot in his growing area. And he was just so confused. He was like, why am I peeing on myself? Like, what is happening here? This is a problem. And so he would wake up, change his sheets, change his boxer shorts or whatever he had on. And the next morning, he was really concerned, but he just went back to sleep and woke up the next morning and it happened again. It happened like 3 days in a row. So at that point, he started getting really concerned and he kind of started freaking out. So he called his doctor and he was just really embarrassed. And he was like, I have a problem. I'm going to be wearing a diaper my whole life. This is crazy. And then what happened after the third night, once he had scheduled that appointment, he rolled over in the middle of the night and he realized that he had a pinhole leak in his waterbed. So he was like, rejoice, I don't need to wear a diaper for the rest of my life. I'm so excited. And so what you're probably wondering, and what I was wondering too when I read this chapter is, well, why did you have to tell the story? What point are you trying to get across? And what he's saying is he wants us to know, the readers to know, that your mind does not know the difference between what is real and what is not. When faced with a set of circumstances, your personal human computer creates scenarios to attempt to explain them. Your body then responds to your brain's interpretation. Okay? I had evidence that something unusual was going on in my bed. My brain created the following interpretation. 1, that I had an accident. 2, there is something wrong with me. 3, I'm sick. 4, I don't feel well, and 5, I may be sick for the rest of my life. So those are all the things that are going on in his head. He had made all these interpretations of what has happened with him wetting his pants. Okay. So he was interpreting his set of circumstances as some serious problem with his health. Okay. So, how does all this apply to our business? Your mind is an intricate computer that takes a bunch of data and then makes deductions from that data. These deductions guide you in one direction or the other based on your feelings about them. How do you feel about a set of circumstances based on what you say about them that can drastically alter your life's course? I'm going to say that again because I kind of messed that up. How you feel about a set of circumstances based on what you say about them can drastically alter your life's course. So this whole chapter is really about you being able to make the right interpretation. Okay, change your perspective. And I'm going to talk about specific examples that go with our business, but one of which he gave was, here's an example. Your neighbor and your cousin both get involved in network marketing. Neither of them makes any money and they both quit. Okay, the possible interpretations you could have. One is that no one makes any money in network marketing. That's your interpretation. 2, you could think network marketing doesn't work and it only works for people that at the top that make the money, who get in first. 3, an interpretation is you might have thought you got in too late. 4, they didn't receive good training. You could think that. 5, you could think they're lazy and they don't make money at anything they do. Or 6, you could think they quit too soon. Okay, so you can see if you chose interpretation 1, 2, or 3, that you would probably be turned off by the idea of doing a career in network marketing and never pursue it. Okay, based on your determination, you would say the network marketing is not a very good business model and you would avoid it in the future. But if you would also be cutting out future opportunities, okay, to make money or create beach money in his case, okay, or beach money lifestyle. But if you chose interpretation 4, 5, or 6, which let me remind you again, it was really about what they probably were doing wrong. Either they were lazy, they didn't work hard enough, they quit too soon, or they didn't have support in their upline, okay? If you had chosen interpretation 4, 5, and 6, then there's still hope with you that with some good training, motivation, and consistency, you could be successful. That's going to be your interpretation. You're going to start to expand your mind and think, okay, I could probably do this, but it's all about your perspective. So it's really kind of the whole idea of the glass is half empty. Do you think with the glass half empty, or do you think with the glass always half full? And if you think with the glass always half full, then you would obviously follow the interpretation or take the perspective of the possible outcomes of 4, 5, and 6, which would give you the ability to really see the opportunity that's sitting before you with Plexus in this particular case. Okay, so take a look at your circumstances and ask yourself, interpreting them. Okay, so when we do this business, I posted when I was in Florida that emotional roller coaster image that Tara posted on her page, and I thought it was so telling because this business does have a lot of emotional ups and downs. Like there's highs and lows. One day you've got a customer, next day you've got an ambassador, but the next day, you've got somebody you've really been investing in for 6 months and they just flat out tell you, I'm really not interested anymore. Sorry. And we take these things personally and we start to think, is there something wrong with me? And we have all this self-doubt, and then we self-sabotage, and then we say, I'm just not even going to do anything at all because we're really kind of in a defense mode. This is our defense mechanism to just stay complacent and not really do a lot of income producing activities because we're still trying to get over the rejection that we had 3 days ago, with Susie that told us they were interested and then said they weren't. And so that's just a part of this business, and I'm really starting to figure that out. But the goal is just to change your perception of what that means. So don't take those no's and start thinking, this isn't possible. I can't do this. I will never be successful. Take those no's and say, that's a part of this business. Everyone's told me that it's a numbers game. This is what you should expect with network marketing. But if you just keep pushing forward and keep doing income producing activities, keep sharing about the opportunity, keep sharing about the wonderful products that we offer, that no matter what, and as a matter of time, in a matter of time, you will get to a point where you find the right people to help you build a really strong team, and that will help you to create really incredible residual income. So In the case of Jordan Adler, he says, "My good feelings guided me to the opportunities and people that helped me to see my dreams come true." So don't underestimate the power of your mind and how it can lead you to your ultimate dream. So that's what I just want to leave you with today. I know everybody doesn't have the time to sit around and read these books that I'm reading, but I encourage you to, pick some up at some point and just kind of make some time for it. If and even if you can't physically read them, get the audiobooks. But I knew that this was something that might resonate with some of you because I go through the same issue all the time, and not just with Plexus, but in my own personal life. My perception about, whether it's my marriage or my friendships or whatever, I have control over that. And so just to understand that really the power, don't underestimate the power of your mind. Okay. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Talk to you later. Bye bye.